Welcome to my channel. In this video we will talk about how to use candlestick to analyze market structure. Let's go from Monday section. From here, when global X open, you can see price is balanced around here, and we made an excess here. So when there's excess, like a selling tail, we can see the upside auction is done, and the price is opened above previous Friday close, so the inventory is net long. Once RTH session opens, you can see the open is almost near the overnight low. Once we price advertised below overnight low, then never looked back. Most of the session the balance below the overnight low, so the profile shape is look like something like this, like a B shape. And in the end of the day, we made a spike above the open price, so we have a spike from here, from 42.38 to 42.47.5. and once Monday close, the overnight section auctioned higher, and we made a high near 42.58, the high 42.58 and one tick, and next candle is 42.58, and the difference between the high is only one tick. This is what poor high is. When you see a poor high like this, usually that's the poor location buyer, they get trapped. So once the price closes below, they will liquidate their long position. And when Tuesday RTH session opens, we open almost like in the middle of the overnight section. Once price came below the overnight low here, 42.43, they never looked back. So it's balancing around here. And from this period, like in the TPO perspective, the A period is the first 30 minutes, and the second 30 minutes is B period, A, B, C, D, E, and so on. So we can see from A period, the price never looked half of the previous candle. We can clearly tell it's one timing framing down. And in the E period, we made excess, so buyers coming around 42.29, like previous POC, and price bounced very quickly around here. But buyers are still having trouble to get into the initial balance range. Initial balance range is the first hour from A to B, and then price came down again. So they tested the close price of this period, and then bounced again. So here we can also say it's an intraday poor high. This high is 42.39. This is 42.38 and 75. So it's one tick. Poor location buyers, they want to buy here to push above the open, they get trapped, so they liquidate their position. And Tuesday global X open, you can see price mostly balanced around the B profile. And then when Wednesday RTH session opens, price only looked a few ticks above the high. So this high is 42.36.75, and this one is 42.39.25. So only around 2 points. Once price look above and fail, this is clearly buyers are losing their position. Sellers are in control because they didn't spend a lot of time above the overnight high, and price advertised lower. And in the beginning of the session, mostly balanced around high. It's a slow session because market are waiting for the formal announcement. Once in the 2 p.m. around this time, we made a spike down before the formal announcement, and the price closed below the Monday low. Around 2 p.m. when the FOMC announcement, price spiked down very quickly to a key level 41.94, and then we made an excess here. This low is 41.90 and one tick. This one is 41.91. So it's also a poor low, only 3 ticks. So when we made a pull low, we know the downside auction is not finished. But the first reaction is usually a bounce. The pull location seller are getting trapped, so they pushed higher. But there's a single print here from this high to this low, from this line to this line. Buyers never was able to close above that, so we know sellers are clearly in control. Once the ETH session opens, we made a spike when timing framing down to the 41.84. We made an excess here. Buyers came in here and then they pushed higher, but still they couldn't close above the single print. And once Thursday RTH session opens, you can see buyers, the poor location sellers here, because we made an excess here, poor location sellers are get trapped. The price advertised higher, but still they couldn't close above 42.28, 29, and then it's almost stopped at 42.21.5. Price mostly balanced around here in the lunchtime, in the morning, when timing frame up, and then in the afternoon, price advertised lower. So from here we can see initial balance range goes up, goes down, A, B period. So we can tell mostly the day would be a balanced profile, like a D shape, like a capital uppercase D. In the lunchtime, like around London close, price advertised lower. We made another pro low. This is 41.55. This one 41.56, 3 ticks. So the low is also pro. We can carry this information forward. This is a pro low. When you talk about pro high, pro low, in RT session it has more weight than ETH session. Then Thursday Global X open price. Most of the time price was advertising above the close price. We can see the price is advertising here, and in the early morning Eastern time, price spiked lower. We can see remember we said below the single print sellers are clear in control, and because there's some poor high here, we made excess here. Buyers never was able to clear above 42.21, and then price one timing framing down goes lower. One timing frame down is each high is lower than previous high. If it's one timing frame up, each low is above previous low. This low is above this low. This low is above previous low. So on Friday, once RTH session opens around this period, price goes in and out the open price. We can see when price goes in and out the open price, we can tell it's mostly would be a balanced profile. If you watch the volume profile, it looks like a bell curve. In the end of the day, because we have a gap here around this high to Thursday low, we have a gap here. Buyers was never able to fill the gap, so we can clearly tell sellers are in control. And in this period, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G period, we also make another pro high. Pro location buyers, they want to target the gap fill, they fail, then they liquidate their position. And in the end of the day, we made another spike down. So once we know 41.67 is a big gamma hedge level. Once below that level, we can tell sellers are clearly in control, and we have a single print here to this high. For next Sunday Global X open, 41.61 will be our imminent buy in send level. Okay, that's this video about. If you like, please comment, like, and subscribe.